Welcome to Natasha's Creative Wellness, where I do things a little bit differently. Are you frustrated in trying to lose weight and look better and have been trying for a while but aren't getting the results you were hoping for? Maybe your approach and focus needs some adjustments. Hi, I'm Natasha, a creative wellness coach who gives you different tools and perspectives to help improve your overall life. Utilizing my personal background, life experiences, and stories to teach you to better improve yourself and prevent what will hold you back so life can be a little bit easier. Over the years, as a personal trainer and basically living in the gym, sometimes for 15 hours a day for several years in the beginning, I've seen a perspective shift of the outlook on resistance training and the acceptance of it. It's really cool to have watched the shift, especially of the increase of females hitting the heavy weights. I've noticed this gradual shift back when Victoria's Secret incorporated sportswear for the first time into their runway shows that were broadcasted on TV. And it gave more attention to this section of fitness and how their fitness models have to exercise. So looking good in the gym and having cute clothes really does help motivate a lot of females and men to work out in the gym. I know that in the very beginning when I started working out in the gym, I used to wear my really old raggedy college t-shirts and I did not want to invest money into actual sportswear. But today, I still get people, mostly females, who are afraid to get too bulky and instead go predominantly towards cardio, thinking that that's going to fix their problem, even though they have been told that weights are the thing to do. Now, cardio is not bad at all, and it really depends on your starting point and how much excess weight you need to lose. But for a good majority of the population, heavy weight training is key to looking more toned. Whatever is heavy for you, while focusing on proper form consistently throughout all the reps and sets, trying to really focus on what muscles you're trying to develop and grow, and make that area slightly suffer on purpose will greatly help get it tight and get it right. Muscle is denser, heavier, yet tighter and smaller, looking much smaller than fat, obviously. And the more muscle you're able to put on your body and where you want to put it will be like a compound interest account. As you slowly invest, sacrifice, and struggle each day to invest in looking more toned in the long term and keeping, maintaining that body composition for a long period of time as it becomes easier. The less you invest and the less aggressive over time, the less reward, and vice versa. Just like, a savings account or investment account. It will not happen fast, okay? Let me repeat that. Building muscle will not happen fast at all. It takes a long time, and it's insulting actually to anyone who has busted their booties to get where they're at and you assuming it was fast and easy, because it's not. And if it was that easy, no one would be looking to fitness videos for help, okay? So if this makes sense, it's a long-term commitment that will compound over time. So it's so worth it. Now, when it comes to investing, and I'm not at all a financial advisor, but I know that most people cannot invest their whole income to their investments. Let's be realistic. Unless you are the extreme few who can actually invest 100% of their time and money and energy resources to just working out and eating a certain way, you must be an Olympic athlete with a team to do this, or a celebrity, possibly. If you have a given salary, you have to divide it into different sections in order to live, have a roof over your head, food, internet, phones, outings, whatever. So a doable amount invested consistently over time is usually recommended to be put aside so your basics to live and not feel too squeezed can still be sustained. This is the same for our fitness level, our mobility, our capabilities with movement, coordination, stability, mind muscle coordination, and willingness to keep working on adapting and improving through the highs and lows, just like life, because your fitness journey and progress is not going to be linear. The more muscle you have, the more fat you're able to burn just by standing there, staring out into outer space. Isn't that great? It takes a long time and hard work just to put on a little bit of muscle, especially for the females, as we don't have as much testosterone as men. Ladies, you will not wake up one day and turn into She-Hulk. Don't worry about that unless you've already been working out for 2+ hours a day for several years, taking hard steroids, and eating like a 200-pound football player for years. What you may be seeing are images of super lean females who've been strictly cutting for bodybuilding competitions, and you're not seeing them in a non-flexed pose standing next to an average looking person. Then you'll see that they're actually very small in comparison. And to add to this, they cannot stay at that low body fat percentage for shows, for stage shows all year round. So they also go through their fluffy and thick periods too. So if you were to see like a figure or bikini girl, like super lean, and she looks so ripped and kind of too muscular, when you see her in real life, you'll be like, oh, I want to be exactly like that. So your perspective on what you see on a video or a picture might be a little bit distorted, and you might think it's too much because they're just really low on body fat, and you're used to seeing people who have a little bit more fat on top of their muscles, so they look a little bit softer. Just ask yourself, are you happy with how you look now? Which parts can you actually work on? And I'm not talking about surgery related changes. I'm not saying don't be happy with your body by not accepting it as it is. My intentions are about health and feeling intrinsically happy, as I believe actually going through the process of working out, making improvements to your nutrition, and keeping at it actually helps not only with your physical outlook of yourself, but also your mental health and your mood and your overall well-being. I'm asking you, do you genuinely feel good? Do you feel energized, confident with your body image, where it doesn't give you insecurity issues? If you're looking into quick fixes to cover up what you're insecure with, then that's a sign that you do want change. It's just how you go about it and how you go about attaining this change, and will it last? What are the consequences of the risks? Are you going to end up feeling the same as before or better long term, with the path that you've chosen? I like to encourage everyone to invest in resistance training while continually challenging oneself with doable weight that's challenging. Invest in proper technique as part of your elementary school foundational training. Give yourself that time and attention so that you can excel faster or do so with less setbacks later. Believe me, it will pay you back if you actually put in the time and effort into getting stronger and adding more weight exercises to your daily routine. It will pay you back. Fall in love with the process, and it won't feel like a chore. So make it doable. Make it not too crazy, not too intense. Otherwise, you're going to quit. Try not to get so fixated on a result when it will happen eventually. If you keep at it and you make it part of your lifestyle and you actually put genuine effort into it, you'll eventually start up leveling and taking it up a notch. But you have to give it a really good chance and effort for like forever. Muscle is your friend. It's like the furnace that burns fat faster. Without it, your fat burning speed is slow or slower. Your strength and capability to burn fat faster is much lower when you are not using weights. So you end up self defeating yourself by resisting to get stronger or temporarily a little thicker for a period of time in order to grow that muscle so you can fine tune your diet later to expose that muscle you've been building. So sometimes you have to get a little thick to look really lean and cut for the summer. When you lean out on purpose, you'll naturally lose some of that muscle that you worked really hard for while changing your calories and macros. But the food part is the hardest for many. This is why I went through 2 bodybuilding shows, figure shows, to force me to follow a religious nutrition, supplement, and water plan. Yeah. Make sure that you get enough water and no alcohol, zero, and no dairy. I love food. So I exercise a lot with weight so I can eat more because I'm more of a quantity type food eater. I don't really necessarily eat bad food most of the time, but I tend to eat a lot, which actually helps with me building more muscle mass because I don't have a problem with eating a little bit more. And therefore, I am able to develop more muscle tone, and it is a lot faster for me to burn more fat when I have the intention of doing so and actually put in the effort of restricting calories a little bit and adjusting my macros. But that's the part that me no likey, and I feel hungry all the time and I don't like it. The easiest thing to do is to focus more on weights before cardio and then making nutritional habit changes along the way. Now, this is not like the plan if you want to be a marathon runner or whatever. This is for the general majority, focusing on weights a little bit more than cardio. But if you're more on a severe weight loss journey, you will have to put a lot of effort into cardio as well. Focus on the feeling of the muscle area that you're trying to work on. You'll activate the muscles more with that mind muscle connection, and make sure you challenge them in those last few reps so that they say, oh, this seems like it keeps happening to me and it's hard. I guess we need to adapt and grow so we can tolerate this terrible exercise that keeps happening to us. The more firm and toned you'll become as you create these little muscle fiber tears, and then with proper proteins, carbs, and fats that are healthy, these guys are like the concrete or the protein. And then you have the little construction workers who are the carbs and fat that go to work and repair and grow with their little concrete to patch up the little muscle tears in your muscle and create more muscle. But it's really, really slow, and they have to work really hard. It takes lots and lots of repetition of this process, of this tearing little muscle and building and repairing and resting. So that's why get in the habit of falling in love with the process and not the end result. So you'll just get there faster and you'll notice the changes and you'll be more motivated to just keep going. And then you'll just feel weird to not go to the gym and not work out. You'll just feel kind of icky. So consistency is key, and you'll be the last one to notice these changes. Other people will notice before you do, so keep going. Take progress pictures so you can compare the little changes that are happening, as it can help keep you motivated and you gain a more realistic view of what it took to get the amount of progress from yourself. You'll realize that it takes a lot of work. You may fear that clothes are getting a little snug as you're building muscle, but don't let that freak you out, okay? Depending on your diet, the fat may still sit on top of the muscle, but having that gained muscle is valuable. You may have to incorporate cardio or Tabata training once in a while. Bikini and figure bodybuilders go through thick stages before they get into swimsuit model periods. The process is not linear, and everyone's bodies are a little bit different in the response. And if you have like other issues like thyroid issues or whatnot, then you're gonna have like different challenges. But going back, the process is not linear in revealing the hard work that makes you look overall better than before with more muscle tone. The fear of getting too bulky will start to fade once you accept and trust the process. Thank you, and I hope this video, at least some of you, helped, for your fitness journey. Please like, share, and subscribe if it helped or may help someone you know. Don't forget, toned is the same as more muscle in order to have less fat. It just sounds less threatening. But if you want less fat, less jiggle in your arm or whatever, or wherever you want to tighten, you have to build more muscle in that area. And it will kind of squeeze out that cellulite or tighten up that area. So thank you for watching. I'm Natasha from Natasha's Creative Wellness, doing things differently, and I'll see you later. Okay, bye.